All right, Thursday, September 7th, 2023. Gas is $3.78 for the lowest priced fuel. $4.19 for diesel, though. Now, see, this ticks me off. That's a crosswalk there. There's a person there. It says go 20 miles an hour, and then this person behind me has to, like, swing over to the left because I'm going too slow. Because I don't want to hit a child. Very frustrating. Anyway, all right, yeah, September 7th. We are a few days away from the anniversary of September 11th. It's going to have been 22 years. Yeah, this is 2023, 2001, yeah. 22 years since then. I remember it like it was yesterday. It's one of those moments in time, just like people said, I remember exactly what I was doing during JFK assassination. I remember exactly, new windows and big windows. I remember what I was doing when Ronald Reagan was shot. I was in second grade. Teacher walked in. Actually, the teacher walked out to the room, out of the room to the doorway, and I think it was the principal or somebody else, whispered. She's like, and right away in second grade, I knew. I said, the president just got shot. I knew. I don't know how I knew. And there's been those experiences throughout my life, and I know you all had them, to where, something psychic leaks out or you're in tuned. It's not even psychic at that point. You're just kind of in tuned, and you just understand through the reactions of people. I mean, you just know what happened. I did. That's I don't think about that much, but yeah, I do remember that. Second grade. Mrs. Schertz's class. And, yeah, I remember that. And she was just like, at the door, and I knew. Just knew. Knowing. You just know. Trust your gut. That's why I always say that. You know all the answers. You just gotta tune in and listen. All right. It's that fall season. We're coming up on fall. I think it's the 23rd is when we have the fall equinox. Seasons are changing. Pumpkin flavors everywhere. I like pumpkin pie. I really don't like much else that's pumpkin. And right now, everything's pumpkin. Oh, try our pumpkin shakes. Try our pumpkin cookies. Try our pumpkin lattes. Try, pumpkin pizza. Everything is pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin. Pumpkin's not necessarily that good in certain things. Just because it's that time of the year doesn't mean you want to put pumpkin in everything. It annoys me. It's just become this big marketing thing. These pumpkins are big around here. Morton, Illinois, pumpkin capital of the world. You got a big Libby's plant where they can, I think, most of the pumpkin in cans, that you see for pie filling and all that stuff. But it's just, I've had pumpkin chili before. My wife reminded me, because I was railing about this the other night. I'm like, all this pumpkin stuff, I'm sick of it. I like pumpkin pie. I do, I really do. But, pumpkin and everything else. And she's like, well, we had that pumpkin chili once, and it was pretty good. I'm like, yeah, it's okay, but it's better without it. I don't need to add it. It doesn't help anything. So look at the pumpkin stuff. Freaking pumpkin heads. Anyway, there's my little pumpkin rant. I like pumpkin seeds. Good for you, actually. Organic sprouted pumpkin seeds. Really good. Nutty and meaty almost. But you don't have to be putting pumpkin in everything. It's just, everything's so commercialized. That's all it is. It's just, well, it's that season. It's fall. Let's remind everybody that it's fall and put pumpkin in everything and flavor everything with artificial pumpkin spice and flavorings. Pumpkin's the gateway to Christmas. And here we go. Christmas time. Christmas stuff sitting out. I'm sure there is in some places. You got all Christmas crap sitting out. Oh, yeah, get ready for Christmas. Just like one holiday to the next. That's all it is. You've got Labor Day sale. Oh, get this. And then it's going to be President's Day sale and Pumpkin Day sale and Thanksgiving Day sale and Christmas before Christmas, pre-Christmas, after Christmas sales. Oh, and then we move into Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day. And, it just goes on and on. This endless commercialism. I'm tired of it. Engaging in commerce. I want to break free. All right, enough. We've got more more messaging as far as and Alex Jones talked about this 2 weeks ago, said, hey, we're going into lockdowns again, wait till the middle of September. October, they're going to lock it down hard and try and shut everything down by the end of the year. And you see him soft rolling it out. You see that, oh, poor Dr. Jill's got a mask on. She tested positive again, you know, and I shouldn't say, maybe she doesn't have a mask on because she's quarantining apparently at their resort house in Rehoboth Beach. Is that the one that burned down or almost burned down and, you know, almost lost his Corvette and wife in it, and his cat? Is that the house, Joe, or the kitchen, you know, got some smoke damage and you had to go live in one of your other mansions while it was repaired? Is that the one? Okay, maybe that is. Who knows? Got so many houses. Okay, so there's that. He's wearing a mask around and he's saying, well, they tell me I gotta wear this, and then he takes it off and doesn't wear it. He's walking out of Medal of Honor ceremonies. I mean, we got these veterans up there and they're going to do the benediction, you know. It's like, okay, let us pray. He just walks out. Just walks out. People are looking at him. Joe Biden just walks out of the ceremony. I mean, just leaves. Just like he doesn't even know where he's going. He probably had to go to the bathroom. I forgot to put my diaper on. I better get to the bathroom. I mean, it's just absolutely silliness. You know, the guy just leaves. I mean, no couth, no social grace, nothing. No sense of awareness. Holy cow. All this stuff. So, I mean, just no concept of where he is, no concept of reality. It's just amazing. Guy just walks out and then he gets a pass. Everything's fine. You know, no worries. He's totally competent. Obviously not running the show. Makes you think, who's running the show? A lot of people say, Obama's running the show. You know, this is Obama's third term. You know, he's running the show. He still lives in D.C. and, well, he's in Martha's Vineyard because that's where his butler, or his cook, his chef died. So we know he's living there. I don't know how long he's been living in D.C., but I do remember they had the Obamas kept a nice place. That was kind of a big deal, you know. Oh, they're staying in D.C., you know, they've got this compound that they... So who knows? Maybe there is some string pulling going on there. I know there's a lot of lines. Yeah, there's some lines, all right. Go watch Tucker Carlson's interview with Larry Sinclair. Now, this is an open secret. I've known about this for years. You know, I'm in Illinois, though. Larry Sinclair was interviewed by Tucker Carlson last night. Well, it was probably before that, but it aired live. It aired last night on Twitter. And Tucker Carlson interviews this guy, and this is Larry Sinclair, who said that he had a gay relationship with Barack Obama before Barack Obama was a senator for Illinois, and obviously before becoming president of the United States Corporation. Got in the back of a limo at some event, and, you know, Obama's doing lines, smoking crack, and, you know, Larry Sinclair says, well, it doesn't seem like this is the first time he's done this stuff, you know, engaged in these things and other homosexual activities. It's been widely known, if you really look back at the history and listen to people who grew up with Obama and knew him, or Barry Soetoro, you know, whatever you want to call him, knew him before he was president, knew him before he was in politics, knew him when he was in Hawaii. And he was always the, you know, according to them, the, you know, little on the flamer side. They like men. And you see him in a lot of pictures with men and, you know, different poses. And you think, huh, okay. I mean, it's kind of obvious. I mean, look at him. And then, you know, you look at the partner that he's chosen, and, you know, you kind of see the role playing there. Let's just say that. But yeah, this is all coming out, and then I guess, does it make a difference to anybody? I mean, I don't care what people's lifestyles are, as long as there's two consenting adults. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to be involved in it. You know, that's between you and your maker. I mean, that's on you. You make your choices. I don't care. I don't care what goes on in your bedroom, as long as it's adults consenting. I don't care. What I do care about is that when you've got politicians that completely outright lie to you and live a fraud and say one thing and do 100% different, or do a 180, you know, and then cover it up, and the media is complicit in it. I mean, Why doesn't the media report this stuff when it's an obvious thing? I mean, if you've got a guy that eventually becomes president and his history is, you know, just having unprotected, maybe it's not unprotected, but, you know, loose activities with strangers in backs of cars using illegal drugs, maybe that's something we should know about. Maybe that's something, you know, that's an important thing to you know, care that goes to the person's character. And when they've got their finger on the nuke button and can send in drones to strike anything that they want, and they're making decisions that affect everybody in the world, maybe we should know about these things. You know, we could be a more educated voter. But no, we're not going to talk about that. We don't want that getting out. Oh, well, why not? Because you know that the people would say, absolutely not this night. They don't agree with that. They don't agree with that kind of behavior and those activities. But, you know, you just cover it up and let it happen. And then it comes out later. It's like, oh, well, what, easier to ask for permission than, or forgiveness than permission. You know, why ask for permission? Just do it. And then, oh, I'm sorry later. You know how it goes if you're a teenager. You do it. And you're like, oh, shoot, I'm sorry. I did it. Glad I did it, though. So that's the kind of thing that you're dealing with here. It's just this lack of trust. It's not transparent. It's very dishonest. This is what you're dealing with. These are the kind of people that are running things. I mean, this is why that's why I call them vampires. That's why I call it a vampire casino, because that's exactly what they're doing. They are a bunch of vampires that just lie to you, but they want your energy. They want your energy. They want you to go out and work and do the right thing and follow all the rules. And if you don't, you know, we're going to hassle you. Oh, hey, you got a tail light out. Let me pull you over. Oh, you got anything in there? Oh, or you're carrying a weapon that you're completely constitutionally obligated, really, to carry. But if you don't have a permit, if you don't have this piece of paper and that, oh, you didn't contract in with us, you know, in this vampire casino, we're going to give you a hard time. We might even just take the vehicle that you think you own, but you really don't own it. But you got a title to it. Oh, yeah, you got a little interest in it. You know, you get a title. Well, who's the owner of it? All right, so yeah, that's basically it. You know, you've got, you're getting harassed for every little thing that you do. But when these people do things that are wrong, when they engage in bad behavior, it just gets covered up because they're chosen. Because, you know, you think about it, maybe they were groomed from a young age to carry out the positions that they were placed into. Maybe they were, you know, part of a bigger plan. And, you know, so they're made men. Can't take them out. No, you know, we're made men, and so we do what we want, you know, and I might make it this time, you might make it that time. Hey, Hillary, listen, let's make a deal. I'm going to get it in 2008. I'm going to get 2 terms. Then you'll get the next 2 terms, and we'll really F the whole country up. You imagine 16 years of us? Ah, I'm going first. Then you get the next 8 years. Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be glorious. We'll lock them down. We'll shoot them up with all kinds of stuff. We'll totally control them. Oh, we'll have a Matrix, vampire casino, digital control grid. All the technology will be ready. It'll all be rolled out. We'll enslave them. All their money, we're going to control it. If they don't get the prick in the arm that we tell them to get every month, they're not going to get paid. It'll be beautiful. We'll cut them off. We'll control the whole thing. There's nothing they can do to stop us. They'll be so stupid by then. We'll have them so injected full of garbage that they won't even be able to fight. They'll barely be able to get out of their house. And then we'll just feed them propaganda in the house. Oh, it'll just great. We'll stream it right to them. They won't know what hit them. We'll just kill them slowly. And we'll extract all their energy at the same time. We'll just bleed them out. And oh, man, we'll just feast on them. Won't it be great? Oh, wait. She didn't make it in, did she? Oh, so it kind of derailed it a little bit. All right, so we got to have plan B. All right, got to get Biden in there at any cost. It doesn't matter. But the guy's an idiot. Doesn't matter. We got to get him in there. I can help pull the strings behind the scenes. Oh, we'll get him. We'll still get him. We'll get him. We'll get him. That's Trump. We're going to take him out. We cannot have him back in there. He's just getting in the way. Do anything you can to get him out. It's such a pain. Doesn't want to play ball. All they want to do is kill you. Sorry. Not really. All they want to do is kill you slowly, bleed out all your energy, laugh at you when they put you through ridiculous hoops and you have to follow stupid rules that nobody can understand. Go through the compiled statutes. You can't win. It's such a tangled web of deception and just misconfusion and obfuscation. Misdirection, confusion, and obfuscation. You just can't do it. Just can't do it. So at some point you say, nope, F this. I'm out. I'm just following the Constitution. I'm a human being. I am not part of this game. I'm done. And you exit. You know what your rights are. And you just exert them. Say, hey, these are my rights. You know, that's what it says right here. And you're going to have corrupt people that say, I don't care what your damn rights are. I'm going to shoot you anyway. And you know what? You try not to get shot. You try to disengage the situation as much as possible because you can get confrontational. And sometimes you can win through confrontation, you know, bullying them back. But there are other times when, you know, they're having a bad day. Blood pressure's up a little bit. Roided up a little too high. Pull that gun! You don't tell me what to do! I'm a cop! That's what happens. They blow your head off. So, you got to be careful when you're playing that game. You know, you can be right, but sometimes might makes right. And that's where they're operating from. It's a big mafia. So they got a bunch of stormtroopers out there. And, you know, some of them aren't quite right in the head. There's a lot of good ones. Some of them are a little off. You got to be careful. You know, they're ready to go. They got their hand on that gun when they walk up to the car. Got to be careful in how you operate. So anyway, it's best to kind of navigate through it and not engage and have the conflict and the confrontation because the whole thing's going to implode. Thing is, you can get in there and fight the good fight and get imploded with it. And what good's that do you and your family? So you gotta be a little sly, you know, you gotta be a little foxy, you know, swamp fox, you know, you gotta, you know, go in and go out. Trust yourself in this whole thing. You know, sometimes you might be right, but pick your battles. Choose. Better to live and fight another day. That's what I say. All right. Hope you have a wonderful day. Don't be following this propaganda because that's all it's going to be here in the next couple of months, next weeks. I mean, that's really what it is. Well, we got a school that's shut down because there's 3 cases. And so we got to mask up and quarantine and go through the whole process. Lock it down, baby. 3 cases. And see, here's the thing. And we're sending home, you know, they're talking about self-home test kits. That's what they want because that was the whole thing. That's what blew this into a pandemic, is that everybody got tested. And so they could say, and the tests were flawed. So, you know, if anybody's got a sniffle or anything odd going on, it's like, oh, COVID. Yep, you got it. So they can really pump the numbers. And the whole thing, when you think about it, you go back and look at it, it was just conflated. And the testing is at the heart of it. If nobody gets tested, then nobody has it. But see, if you go to the doctor now and you enter that casino and you go to a medical establishment and you've got all these vampires in there with their, well, nope. Oh, you're not feeling well? We should do a COVID test. Hey, come here. You know, let's do the positive. We got another one for write it down. How much do we get paid for that? That's what you're looking at. It's all a scam. It's all a numbers game. And if you're participating and you're going in there and getting a test, have you seen what's in these little swabs they stick up your nose, the little fibers and all that stuff on it? I mean, God knows they could have a disease on that thing right there. I see how they make these masks in foreign countries and all over the floor. They probably do the same thing with the nasal swabs. None of this is sanitary. I mean, when there's that kind of money involved, they're just like, get them out the door. Who cares? It's going to get thrown away anyway. They could have, who knows what's on it. You know, little fibers that stick to you. I've seen that videos, you know. Ugh. Don't let them stick anything up your nose. If you're sick with COVID, I like the one where it's like, okay, we're going to bring this one back out again. Take a sip of beer. If you can't smell it and you can't taste it, no, they went the other way. If you can smell it and you can taste it, you don't have COVID. That's basically it. But I'm telling you, if you go to the doctor, they're going to start testing you and saying, well, let's do a COVID test. Well, why do you need to know if I have COVID? Well, let's do a flu test. Let's do a COVID test. Did you get your boosters? We can give you that now. Now we get a 4-in-1 booster. We'll give you for free, and you get, a Big Mac and fries with it. De Blasio, New York jackwagon mayor. Go watch that video. Bill de Blasio, de Bozo, eating a cheeseburger and fries. Like, you get vaccinated. You get this cheeseburger. Oh, it's so good. And these fries. Is it too early to eat cheeseburger? Oh, no. It's anytime's good for a cheeseburger. Get your vax. Get a free cheeseburger with fake meat and fries that are genetically modified, cooked in seed oil. Oh, it's delicious. It's free. Come on. How much more poison can we inject in a person at one time? That's all they're doing. They're poisoning you. They're slow killing you. They're bleeding your energy out, making you so weak that you can't fight. Hey, have a big, supersized diet soda with aspartame and fluoridated water. Get some of that too. Wash it down. It's good for you. It's nutritious. Very healthy. Welcome to the brave new world. That's where we're at. Wake up. Understand it. Don't participate in it. All those little things you don't have to participate into. You don't have to get engaged in. So don't do it. Just don't bother with it. It's not worth it. All right. Hope you have a wonderful Thursday. Love you all. Oh, man, I'm not taking that. No, trust yourselves. Really, that's what it comes down to. You have got to not let them... Do not let them control you. Do not let them deceive you. Do not let them usher you into you're already in the system. You're already in this vampire digital matrix. It's a matter of recognizing it and saying, okay, I'm not going to be a part of this anymore. How do I break free from it? What are some things I can do to get out of the way? Because the whole thing is just a blob coming at you in all different directions. Okay. Find little steps to where you can take yourself out of it. Extract your soul out of that because they've got hooks into it. And you're like, oh, unhook that one, unhook that. Okay, now I feel a little better. Move around a little bit. And take that one off. I got this one still in my arm. Okay, pull that out. It's like, you're hooked with all these things. It's like the guy that hangs from hooks, by his skin, the performance artist. Start unhooking the little fish hooks. Get them out, get them out, get them out. Find them. You have to identify them first, though. Realize that you're kind of being scammed. Everything that you do since birth, literally since birth, since that birth certificate was created, you've been scammed. So you gotta look at all the times you've been scammed and say, okay, how do I disconnect from this one? How do I take that hook out? And that's what you do. All right, do some research. Trust yourselves. Love y'all. I really do. That's why I do this. I just hope somebody wakes up and starts realizing that that we're just playing this game. It's just theater. It's a magic trick. Quit believing in the fake, false, dark magic. That's all it is. All right. Have a wonderful Thursday. Tonight is Hash It Out on Blind Dave's channel, 4 p.m. Central Time. Check it out. I think I got a link below to his channel. Subscribe to Dave's channel. Hit the notification bell so you're notified. And we'll see what we're going to hash out tonight. I'm sure there'll be a problem we need to figure out. All right. Love you all. Have a wonderful Thursday. And always trust yourselves.